This is game 2 versus the Norwegian and Austrian 2v2 teams. The last game, Richie and Mellan from Norway took a pretty clear victory against Gamja and Krekmo. It seems like Gamja and Krekmo from Austria haven't played that much 2v2, but at least we're on our way now. This is a best of 3 and the map is Tarsonis Assault. And do you have any thoughts about this?
No, not really. I'm not much of an expert on 2v2s. I played it a bit, but I don't have too much deep insight on it.
No,
something that's worth mentioning is that it's actually the 5th game or 5th set or whatever. So Norway's already leading 4-0. So we have won the nation war. But we're playing it all. And,
playing it all.
So far, so good.
Yeah, and we have the Austrian team with Gamja and Krekmo starting in the top positions, and we have Madeline and Richie starting in the lower positions. This is a pretty fun map to play on because you have a pretty safe expansion, and you have this, I don't know if one call a ledge or a ridge, a place you can contain yourself and hinder any advancements of your opponent. And in the middle there's 2 golden expansions which are like down in the groove, and they can be really hard to keep. If you get them, they're really worth it. If you can contain your opponent here, you have a good chance of taking the gold expansions, which really gives an advantage.
Yeah, we see Richie and Metlon has actually scouted pretty much the entire map by now. They're playing so safe.
Yeah.
Don't want anything to happen.
And we see Gamja taking a really early expansion. I think it was like 13 or 14 expansion, and going to a 14 pool. We have Krekmo going. Looks like he's gonna go, and we have Richie gonna be in the way of the in the way of that tech lab. That is, he's assuming that will come. The first Marine is out to just deny any more scouting.
Yeah, so looks actually like Richie and Metlon is just gonna tech up and don't try to make any time push because of the fast touchery. I think that's a wise decision actually. Surgs can get away with the fast expansion pretty easily in versus 2.
Yeah, it's such a long distance also to run to your opponent, so you have to. It's pretty safe. And I'm just wondering if they're gonna build go a 4-gate build all in like they did in the last game, because that really pressured the opponents, and they buckled under that pressure.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see.
We have concussive shells coming from Krekmo now. Those marauders will be really efficient against the Protoss force. We see yet another gateway coming from Melan, his second now. The same for Richie's second gateway is done, and they're both upgrading warp gates. Against this mix, I would really like to see some charge lot against the Lynx and the Marauders.
Yeah, but it kind of depends what the Zerg is gonna do. If he takes fast lair and goes for Muta, they'll be in real big trouble if they both go for Zealots and speed on them.
Yeah, and actually we see a lair coming out for Gamja now. This is a pretty decent map to go with Mura Harass, because you have such an easy entrance to your opponent's mineral lines. There's a huge gap here which you can just go back and forth with your Muras and force your opponent to be in your in his base for a long time. But as we saw last game, the lair only was there because of the roaches and the upgrade for the roaches. So I don't know if we're gonna see. There's not any more gas coming for Gamja now. Also, the second gas is just out for Crackmo now. So pretty much just. Yeah.
I really like this combination now of Metlon and Richie. Richie is going for the Zealots and Sentries, while Metlon is going for pure Stalkers.
Yeah.
So remains to see if they can actually do some damage with this.
We see there are one bunker up, and I think this push. Well, there's a lot of links, but if Richie can get off a really nice amount of force field, those links aren't going to be effective. And you see here that one nice force field forcing everyone to be like in a funnel. And well, I don't know. I don't think this push is gonna be enough. There's a lot of Zerglings out.
I think it was a pretty bad place to go in. They should have just skirted up onto the ramp of the Zerg.
Yeah, like now. But there's
yeah.
those Zerglings are really doing a number on those stalkers. And I really don't agree with its continuous pressure from... because there's a lot of... I wonder... Okay, the Crackmo is high in minerals and is not producing from his second barracks, so I think that's one of the reasons this will... oh, there's a huge amount of links coming out now. There's a sentry out, putting down a nice force field, just separating the troops. I think this is gonna be, yeah, the last of that push. They're actually getting pushed back now.
Yeah, but in the meantime, both of them have taken an expansion. So, if they manage to hold this off, they're in decent shape.
Yeah, we see the Hydras are out for Ganja. But they have to get out a couple of troops now to be able to hold this push from the Austrian team. Because those Hydras deal a lot of damage, and we see Gamja taking the gold expansion. And if you can,
that's pretty huge.
Yeah, if you can get that established, that will be a huge advantage.
Yeah, we see Richie getting the seal of charge now, as you wanted him to. So that's really good against the composition that the Austrian team has right now.
Yeah, against Hydralisks and Marauders with their concussive shells, those really do those chargers really do their work against them. And we see here Crackmo just setting up a nice contain. I think Crackmo and Gamja is in a really good shape. There's an observer coming out from Medlan. He's gonna go spot the goal expansion. He's gonna see everything that's going on. Or is he?
Oh, and it gets killed off. It's really nice play now by the Austrian team with contain and the mix between who's expanding and getting the eco, and one of them is just taking a really fancy posture outside of the Norwegian team.
Yeah, and they're actually looking to be in great shape. And we see a changeling going down for Gamja. It's gonna be able to scout everything. I see.
Yeah, so there's very little Metlon Rich can do right now, actually. But they are getting out Colossus, and that's a really good choice.
Yeah, there's no tanks out, there's nothing, and against Hydras and pure bio build from from the two players' classes is the best choice.
Yeah, and this actually means that they can the bunker and missile turrets from a distance without losing any of their units to it. So the contain won't be as useful.
If you see on the food count now, the Krakmo and Gamja, well, they're pretty much even in both counts. We have one player, Richie, has 118 food, Madeline has 84, Krakmo is 81, and Gamja has 121. So, well, 125 now. So it's pretty much the same from both.
Yeah, it's pretty equal, but the Zerg does have that gold expansion. That's a pretty big deal. So I really think the Norwegian team has to push out soon.
And the first tank is out. He hasn't got the siege motor yet. We see siege tech is just 1/8 way down.
Yeah, and now they're actually pushing out.
Yeah, it's a huge attack. The classes are doing a great amount of damage to those. Oh, nice force wheel there, and yeah, those they just have to give up that position. There's no way they can hold it against that many classes. So
yeah, now the classes are really effective on this map because of the ramps around gold minerals.
Yeah, he can just position himself on the back there and shoot down. We see them just pushing in. Yeah, that production that was huge.
Whoa, the classes are in the front. That's really bad. Wow.
Nice macro there, pulling them back. As if macro. And we see the Harley's just and Madeline pulling his colossus back. Nice micro there. The tanks are up. They can do a huge amount of damage to these forces, but yeah, they just get overrun. We see the overlords and corruptors are in the play, but they don't have any anti-air, so those classes are doing, those corruptors are doing great damage to the classes. They are in fact gonna go down, and those corruptors have a huge amount of hit points with 2 in armor, so it takes a while for them to get shot down.
Yeah, and a lot of roaches coming out right now. So, but I really think, yeah, this gold expansion is going down now for sure.
Yeah.
And Zerg is losing a lot of drones too.
There's 5 classes, and yeah, this is a pretty huge blow to Gamja. If you go to the army count now, it's actually, yeah, Richie and Melon is leading by a huge amount.
Yeah, and Krakmo is really hurting from getting that really late expansion.
Yeah, and now we have another encounter here. We see them going in.
Oh, nice! The hallucination. That's a really nice trick when there's already so many colossus on the field.
What? Is there a hallucination?
Yeah, Richie has a hallucination in the front there.
Oh, there! It was so impossible to see. And there's the
GG.
And there's the GG, yeah.
Wow, I really think that was a really crucial time to push out by Richie and Matlon.
Yeah.
If they waited any longer, it would have been over, for sure.
Yeah, when the siege tech was up, and yeah, it was just a really nice timing attack there. So, there we have it. It was the Norway versus Austria. Norway won pretty convincing 5-0.